But I can't imagine having a gun in my house, you know? I can't, like, physically imagine having a gun in my house and not just... You know what I mean? I'm not even that depressed. I'm just really curious, and I know I'll do something stupid. You know, like, take, like, irresponsible selfies, just... This doesn't get 50 likes, this Whole Foods is gonna be haunted! Get on it! I like that joke because it got really dark and some of you went there. And some of you are like, is he suicidal? No, not at all. Never done the suicidal thing. That's a weird thing. I've been sad. I don't know what depressed means. You know what? I know what bummed out means. I've been bummed out. You ever like open up the freezer because you're like, oh, I think I remember there being some ice cream. And you open it up and there's nothing, and you're like, I've had that feeling a lot. I've never had that feeling along with like Googling how to tie a noose. Like, I think that ceiling fan will hold me. Like, I've never had that. I just go, oh, that's a bummer. It's a fucking bummer.
Wow. Now it feels like a meeting, all right? The head poobah is here. We're gonna figure out what we're gonna do with the next. Oh wow, there's so many people. The fire marshal doesn't know about this. I didn't realize how many people were jammed on to the left. You're like, whoa, wow, okay. I hope nobody has to pee ever in that area. I like it. It's my first time here, the Attic Comedy Club, and I like it when comedy clubs have a name that's spot on. You know, there's no surprises. You're like, we're going to the attic. There will be stairs, all right? I hope no one showed up and went, stairs? Really? It should have been a dead giveaway. This is wonderful. This is my first, I don't know this neighborhood. It looks like you guys are trying to decide which way you're going to go with it. I don't know, you know? I'm not here to judge. I just like did a couple laps and I'm like, yeah, okay, whoa, all right, yeah. It's very, you know? Like the mayor just kind of went, I don't know, man, whatever. Just do what you feel. So it's good. I've been to Columbus before. I think I did a show at a church. Like, I think that's where it was, the Rivers Crossing Church, maybe. It's like a big ass church. And that's not how it was advertised on Google. It's big. It was very big. I was surprised. And I think that was in Columbus or just outside. But it's good. You guys are named after Christopher, probably. Maybe. I love that you don't know. I love that. You guys are like, are we? He just checked with his wife. He's like, are we? Is that? Is it Christopher? There's also a Philip, isn't there? Good old Philip Columbus. He's the first one to bring agriculture to Ohio. Good old Philip. I like Christopher. I mean, wait, I forget how we feel about him. You guys ever do that? You ever remember someone from history and you're like, wait, did he get canceled after death? If you get canceled 500 years later, that's, you know, you did your best. For what? Like, if they didn't know for 500 years, and then they're like, wait a second, you know. He was the guy that found out the Earth was round, you know, 500 years ago. And then up until 10 years ago, someone with a YouTube page was like, it's actually flat. I don't know if you guys know that. That's an argument now. There's people that are like, no, it's flat. And you're like, that's so, oh man, what an idiot Columbus is. How did he get over there? He went to the middle part. That's how. That's how. Anyway, it's very good to be here. I had a very weird day. I woke up I went to sleep at like midnight. I tried to go to sleep early because I had an early flight, but my wife's like, really? We're not gonna watch TV? And I'm like, yeah, we're gonna watch some TV. So we watched Only Murderers in the Building. Nice. Yeah, love that show. Love it. I just want to dress like Steve Martin. That's my only goal. Steve Martin in that, do you know how he dresses? I love that show. I think that's the life goal of all of us in this room. We want to live in an apartment and not have a job. They don't have a job. I don't know what their jobs are on Only Murderers in the Building. Of just not murdering people. I guess they make enough money to do that. But Steve Martin looks so damn classy, and I'm like, I want a little piece of that. You know? Just the attire, not Steve Martin. And as soon as I said it, I was like, whoa, I'm coming in really hitting on Steve Martin. But so we stayed up late watching that, and I woke up at 3:30 in the morning to go to the airport. So I don't know if I really... Do you ever do that, where you go to sleep so late and wake up so early? You're like, I don't know if I even fell asleep. It was one of those where I think I just blinked too long. Was that a dream or a thought? I don't know. And that's what happened. The Lyft picked me up, and I went to the airport early because I got a new credit card that lets me into the lounge. So I go to the airport an hour early so I can get those free eggs. Otherwise, I feel like I'm wasting this credit card. And it's not even, I don't know if you guys have ever been to a lounge. It's fine. You know, I think the only good part is they don't let kids in there. Because, you know, no one wants to waste their free pass on a kid. So it's just no kids in there. But the food is just food you would get. It's free breakfast from like a hotel. You know, you ever stay at like a Fairfield Inn, and then you're like, whoa, how do they get those eggs that sweaty? It's a lot of that, but I feel like I'm being treated better because I have a purple credit card. And they're not allowed in here. So I went early, I got the sweaty eggs. And I hopped on my flight and got to Cleveland, and I didn't realize that that's not close. I do my own routing, and you know, I have a show Sunday in in Sandusky, and then so I'm like, that's also not near? Wow, I really messed this whole thing up. My wife laughs at me so much because I'm so disorganized. She's like, wait, you're not going on no sleep, and do you have a long drive when you land? And I go, no, it's Columbus, Christopher and Cleveland, they know each other. They're right there. Don't worry about it. And she's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. And then she's like, do you have everything set up? And I looked. No hotels booked. Nothing. That's who I am. And I'm just last second like, I need a place to stay in Columbus. And so then no sleep, hop in a rental car. And I just want a coffee, you know, because I'm about to kill everybody on the highway. Because I know I'm one of those people. I won't just crash myself and be like, let's take that minivan out. So I just saw Starbucks on one of the freeway come off over here situations, and you know the advertisements. So I pulled over, got in there, and there's like a line. And you know when you're in public and you're like, people can tell that I haven't slept, and I'm just kind of waddling like this. Have you ever been intoxicated while not being intoxicated? Just kind of that. It was that lack of sleep that I was telling my order to myself in my head before it was my turn, so I wouldn't just go up there and go, huh. It was one of those. So I'm in my head going, you're going to get a bacon, egg, and Gouda sandwich, and you're going to get a sweet cream cold brew. That's what you're going to get. So I'm just standing there going, bacon, egg, Gouda sandwich, sweet cream cold brew. And I know me, and I know my face was showing it to everybody else. So everyone's just standing there. I'm just looking. I was so ready. I had the order memorized in my head. I'm holding my credit card. That's how ready I am. I'm not gonna dig around. That pair of shorts had a zipper on the pocket. I'm not messing around with it. I'm holding my credit card, going. And then it's my turn, and the lady behind the counter goes, ooh, are you paying with credit card? I'm like, uh-huh. And she goes, our system is down. You can only pay through the app or cash. And I went, bacon, egg, Gouda sandwich, sweet cream cold brew. And she threw me for a loop with that, because I'm like, we didn't plan this, you know? And she just said, I can't, you can't, I don't, you know? And I just remember I paused for way too long. And then I finally said, I don't have either of those things. And she goes, I'm so sorry. And I went, okay. And then I waddled out of the Starbucks to go drive more. I had never been in a situation like that before where it was so bizarre because it was like, I felt like I was in no man's land because it was like the most modern way to pay, like through an app, which I'm like, I don't have the Starbucks app, or like I'm buying heroin in an alley, just cash. And you're like, nothing with this? Venmo, PayPal, anything. I don't know. So that was that. And then I finally made it to the hotel, checked in. I slept from like 11 to 3. And then I got up, went to go work out, which was cool. Went to the old hotel gym and did a half hotel gym workout. And I don't know if you guys ever work out at a hotel, but when someone else comes into the hotel gym, that you just hate that person forever. You're like, what? You too? Like, there can't be two lonely people at this hotel, you know? And so there's another person there, and I'm like, I hate you. And afterwards, I went to go get a salad at the bistro. It's a Courtyard Marriott, you know, which I like the Courtyard Marriott because they have food there that you can buy, and they have a Mediterranean grain bowl. I stay at a lot of Marriotts. I know the menu. I don't even look. I don't have to do the, I'm like, Mediterranean grain bowl, chicken, please. And they gave it to me, and I went up to my room, and they gave me a spoon and a knife. And I ate my salad with a spoon and a knife like a psychopath. Like I think that's how serial killers get ready for their evening's activities. They sit there and eat a salad with a spoon, go, oh, I'm gonna kill someone good tonight, you know? And I was just, that's what today's been. That's what today's been. It's just been, you can't get a coffee, here's a spoon for your salad. And as soon as I got up here, I looked at the stairs, I'm like, that's right, the attic. All right, yeah.